All right, welcome. This is Worthington Publishing's 1944 Battle of the Bulge. We've been playing through this for a number of videos here, and we are starting turn 5 for the Germans, kind of the halfway point here. The weather is overcast still. We're not rolling for it, which means no air power for the Allies. Germans don't have their artillery anymore. The Americans do. And they've got 18 RP to start it off. So first we do the reinforcement and refit phase. And if we go to, let's see, we got 18 RP and we see, do the Germans have a reinforcement? Yes, they do, which I've already placed on the board right here. The FGR, Führer of some kind of brigade for the 7th Army down here. And let's see, they're going to save their RPs. They're not going to use it to rebuild anything. I think there's only one unit down here who could benefit from it at the moment. But we're going to wait. So they're going to try something out here right away. See if they get lucky. See if they get lucky. So this guy's, well, let me spread this out. This guy's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very important here that I use this guy. If they get lucky, you'll see why. So, infantry's in a forest. So -1 die for each of these. 3 dice, 4 dice is 7, 9 dice. So they get to roll 9 dice. And let's see if they get lucky here or not. So here we go. 9 dice in the attack. Go. Wow. Well, that's a lot worse than I thought here. Normally a 5 corresponds to a 5 is an infantry hit, and a 6, yep, there it is an armor hit. And then the rule does read if you're attacking infantry and you get an armor hit, that counts as an infantry hit, if there's no other armor there. It doesn't work the other way. For an armor, you've got to get to 6. Now, if we look at this, how many hits are there? Well, 1 infantry, 2 infantry. Wow, I really rolled high. And 3 armor. That is 5 hits. This guy only has 4. They got lucky. What was it? Dice roll. They got lucky. That means this guy is destroyed. And I can subtract this 1, 2, 3 people and the attack. But now that this guy is destroyed, this guy can go 1, 2, 3. And what does it mean if this guy does that? Goes down to 13. Well, let's look at the rules here. I could ask AI, but for this one, we'll just worry about that later. But if we come down to victory and German sudden death, German sudden death victory occurs immediately if the conditions are met. Not achieved. Okay, where is it? Here it is. The German player exits an in-supply armor division with 2 or more steps. That's why I use the Panzer Grenadier, even though it was less dice, instead of this guy. Let's see, off the board at supply, in supply, N1, N2, W1, W2. That's N2. So, actually, in hindsight, it was stupid of me. This was a mistake that lost the game for the Allies, and this is the impression I get with this game. There's not large counter density, so if you do make a mistake, it is, and your opponent takes advantage of it, it could lose you the game really quick. Yeah, they shouldn't have gone for this attack. They should have doubled up defense here. All it would have taken was put an infantry division in Liege, along with the guy who was already here. And then kind of accept the loss of this, the 9th Infantry, and maybe it moved the defense here instead of taking an early counterattack here, but that's, well, that and a lucky die roll, obviously. That's, wow, can't beat that. But with that guy gone, this guy now can move off the board, and there we go. We have a German sudden death victory. Okay, so it was worth the opportunity here. So, what can I say about the game? Yeah, made a mistake. I kind of recognized it last turn. Kind of wanted to, put more infantry here and just screen here. Well, the Germans took the opportunity because they do have a supply line, even though this guy's blocking Malmedy. Their German supply line does obviously run up through Troy Point and up this road now, which now means that this guy just went off the board. They could have gotten stuck there. I don't know if they hadn't won that. Let's see, the Americans next turn. Well, there we go. That would have stopped them. This is the only turn they could have done this. And this looks like 3rd Armored Division would have come in right there. If they had failed there, the Americans would have recognized it, probably reinforced here, and prevented it. But they had a small opportunity. They decided to do a roll of the dice, and that's it. So that was close. That was a mistake here. So yeah, it looked like the Americans were kind of shutting things down finally. Things were kind of calming down. It would have been turning into a kind of a grind, and Germans could have maybe got away with enough victory points from their cities, but no, this is the end. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here for this game. Definitely though, I made a mistake, so, but it seems like a good game. It's not so much, large counter density and, a lot of, getting, in the weeds, kind of forgiving. This is actually rather unforgiving here. So yeah, it's a good game. I would say it's somewhat realistic, but it's also a game too. I think this is a solid, on the faster side, Bolts game here, with a different combat resolution. You notice now it's number of dice and hits versus the traditional odds, and then we did have the RP concept limiting what each side can do, and we do have the fluidity of what we did here. Attack with some units and then follow it up by moving, as opposed to the traditional, move and then attack. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good game, and the system is used in D-Day 44. So I'm going to put that in my list too. Then when we come back around to a bulge time, maybe give this one another try here. Now they got the hang of the rules and stuff. So anyway, there you go. That's the end of my Bulge 44 playthrough for now. What may be next at some point in the future is the D-Day system. Looking forward to that. That's a bigger scale, but similar mechanics. But again, yeah, thumbs up for this game. Thanks for listening. Comments appreciated, and subscribe for the next. I'm going to be moving on to a new series here, which hopefully I'll post the video early next week on with the rules review. So we will see you then. Thanks for listening.